All set, Madam Clerk? Okay. Give you 1 second. Very good. We'll go ahead and call this regular meeting of the East Peoria City Council to order. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Decker, Hill, Mingus,
Here.
Sutherland,
Here.
Mayor Call.
Here.
All present except Commissioners Decker and Hill, Your Honor.
Very good. Thank you. Please rise for the invocation and remain standing for the pledge. Heavenly Father, thank you for giving us the opportunity to gather here today. We ask you to guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of doing what is best for the East Peoria community. May everything we do begin with your inspiration and continue with your guidance. We ask this in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Mayor, I move that the City Council of the City of East Peoria recess a regular meeting to hold a public hearing.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland. Roll call.
Commissioner Mingus,
Aye.
Sutherland,
Aye.
Mayor Call.
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried.
All right, we are in a public hearing for the proposed annual appropriation ordinance and proposed working cash budget for the fiscal year May 1, 2025 to April 30th, 2026.
Very good. We'll turn it over to Jeff Becker, our Finance Director, Treasurer.
Thank you, Mayor. So the two documents that Commissioner Mingus is referring to, first is appropriation ordinance, which sets the ceiling, which is the maximum amount we could spend on a line item. If you notice on the last page of that, that maximum is set at $239,383,269. So we're not looking to spend that. That is, again, just setting the ceiling and restricting what we could spend. And the budget document, you'll see our estimated expenditures are budgeted at $99 million, so $40 million less than that. The budget, we had gone over in the two working sessions, the working budget and then the capital side of that. If anybody's got any questions or anything, we can go over that in detail if needed.
Very good. Any comments from the council?
Now, look pretty standard with what we've done in the past.
Correct. Very good. Any public comment? Anyone wish to address the council? Hearing none. Commissioner, back to you.
All right, Mr. Mayor, I move you that the City Council of the City of East Peoria adjourn the public hearing and reconvene the regular meeting.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland. Roll call.
Commissioner Mingus,
Aye.
Sutherland,
Aye.
Mayor Call.
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Very good. Thank you. We're back into the regular meeting. Motion carried. Okay, approval of the minutes.
Mr. Mayor, I move that the minutes of the regular meeting held on March 4th, 2025 be approved as printed.
May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland. You're going to be busy tonight,
We're
Commissioner.
doing a lot of
And I don't
seconding.
like seconding anything.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Commissioner Mingus,
Aye.
Sutherland,
Aye.
Mayor Call.
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried. All right, communications. I have a proclamation this evening, and with us tonight is Roger. So Roger, I'll read this off, and then I come hand that to you, and then let you speak your piece at the microphone. Whereas Parkinson's disease is a chronic, progressive neurological disease and is the second most common neurodegenerative disease in the United States, estimated to affect approximately 1 million people, and the prevalence will rise to 1.2 million by 2030. And whereas Parkinson's disease is the 14th leading cause of death in the United States, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and it is estimated that the economic burden of Parkinson's disease is at least $52 billion annually, including direct and indirect costs that includes treatment, social security payments, and lost income to both patients and family members. And whereas research suggests the cause of Parkinson's disease is a combination of genetic and environmental factors, but the exact cause and progression of the disease is still unknown, and there is no objective test or biomarker of Parkinson's disease, and there is no cure or drug to slow or halt the progression. And whereas volunteers, researchers, caregivers, and medical professionals are working to improve the quality of life of persons living with Parkinson's disease and their families, and increase research, education, and community support services, such as those provided by the Central Illinois Parkinson's Support Group and other organizations, are needed to find more effective treatments and to provide access to quality care to those living with the disease today. And whereas the state of Illinois and the city of East Peoria recognize the efforts of Central Illinois Parkinson's Support Group to raise funds and promote awareness to fight Parkinson's disease, thereby improving the quality of life for those living with the disease. And now, therefore, I, John P. Call, Mayor of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, in recognition of more than 64 years of indispensable services of the American Parkinson Disease Association, and to the residents of East Peoria, Illinois, do hereby proclaim April 2025 as Parkinson's Awareness Month. And Roger, if you don't mind, I'll present this proclamation to you and open the mic up to you.
Thank you very much. Mayor Call, council members, Madam Clerk, I want to thank you. I don't know how many years I've been down here doing this. It's been a number of them, and I'm sure I'll be here a few more. Actually, Parkinson's is actually increasing, we're finding out now. We used to say that there was one person diagnosed every 9 seconds. Now, worldwide, we're finding someone diagnosed every 6 seconds. So the prevalence of it is increasing. Fortunately, there are some good prospects for finding some biomarkers that have come through some research from Michael J. Fox Foundation and that. So maybe we're getting closer to at least finding a good biomarker that will help us identify it earlier. I don't know what else I can say. The proclamation helping us raise awareness means a lot to our support group, to those people with Parkinson's, to the caregivers. It will be on display at our meeting April 5th. We'll be kicking off Parkinson's Awareness Month at our meeting there. We actually have a drug rep and a neurologist speaking on the newest treatment that's out there for it. There again, it's just a treatment. I don't know if you remember when my wife has been here before, she uses what we call a dopa pump. It's a pump that she has a stoma and the tube goes in through the stomach, through the pyloric valve and into the intestines. And you have all the stuff that goes with the stoma being open all the time and the tube and that. The same company now has come up with a different delivery system. It's just a sub-Q injection. Its pump is a lot smaller, a lot lighter weight, and it's no surgical procedures, nothing to worry about. I mean, my wife has had hers caught and pulled out a couple times, and we've had to go back in and have it put in. So if anybody that's watching online does have Parkinson's and is interested, it's at Glen Park Place at 1:30 April 5th. We would prefer that you register on our website. Just look up Central Illinois Parkinson's Support Group, because the pharmaceutical is providing a lunch that day. So,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Where's it at on Glen Park Place? There's a lot of medical buildings there.
You come all the way back to the prompt care, at the back of the, drive all the way back, and the prompt care is on the
On the
right-hand
right
side.
at the cul-de-sac?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
turn, yeah, and then you come in and take the elevator to the basement. It's in the conference room in the basement. So,
Okay.
once again, I thank you, and I guess I'll see you next year, if not before.
Anything we can do to help, Roger.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I'll get home to her. Thank you.
Yep, take care. Okay, very good. The other thing under communications, we have the receive and file Illinois Department of Transportation Compliance Review, number 74, covering receipt and disbursement of motor fuel tax funds by the city for the period beginning January 1, 2024, and ending December 31st, 2024. Madam Clerk, anything else we need to add to that?
I don't think so. Everything appears to be in order.
Very good. All right. With that, would go to public comment. Anyone wish to address the council on a agenda item, please step forward. No one in the peanut gallery? Okay. Very good. With that, I'll turn it over to you, Commissioner Mingus.
All right, I'm only done this one other time, so hopefully I will get it right. So, Mr. Mayor, I move to, I move to adopt a consent agenda consisting of items numbered 1 through 4. Item number 1, adoption of resolution number 2425-131, resolution to approve payment of the schedule of bills listed on schedule number 21 in the amount of $3,090,027.92. Item 2, adoption of resolution number 2425-120 on its second reading, resolution approving additional costs for contract with Ameren, Illinois for underground utility lines at new police station project site, Camp Street. Item number 3, adoption of resolution number 2425-121 on its second reading, resolution designating city officials authorized for approving joint purchasing agreement with State of Illinois for the city's annual purchase of roadway salt for maintaining city streets during the winter season. Item number 4, adoption of resolution number 2425-119 on its second reading, resolution authorizing the payment of an invoice from Pace Analytical Services, LLC for well water analysis testing project in the amount of $39,562.20 as listed on the agenda for this meeting to be considered by omnibus vote.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. Commissioner Sutherland? I think there for a second. There's only 3 of us, kind of throwing us off our game a little bit. Any discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I move you that these items number 1 through 4 listed on the consent agenda be hereby approved and adopted, and items number 2 through 4, having been read once by its title and having laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection, be adopted as presented.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you, motion carried. All right, with that, Commissioner Sutherland, I'm going to switch it over to you real quick and get your 2 items knocked out.
Okay. My first item is the G.A. Rich thing, correct, Morgan?
Yes.
Okay. Be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that resolution number 2425-125, hereto attached, a resolution approving change order with G.A. Rich and Sons, Inc. for Springfield Road Water Main Replacement Project be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 2425-125 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus.
I'm going to touch base on this. I'm going to drive the point home to whoever wants to listen to me. I'm going to say it now, and I'm going to say it in my closing statements tonight, that there's always, nothing is ever going to be cheaper. There's exceptions to that rule. And when we find out that we don't have the proper paperwork to show where all of our pipes are underground and we have surprises, this is where it comes to. And this is pretty much it. I don't like surprises, so I'm gonna vote yes on this to pay the man.
Yeah, just to mention what the commissioner is referring to, we had a change order on the water main installation on the Springfield Road project with G.A. Rich, and the dollar amount's an additional $108,171.05, which requires the council to approve that. So, any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Mingus,
Aye.
Sutherland,
Aye.
Mayor Call.
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you, motion carried.
My next motion, I'm going to ask Morgan to read this for me. She reads much better and faster than I do.
Resolution extending moratorium on issuance of special use permits and licenses for smoke and tobacco shops in the city of East Peoria. Whereas in September 2022, the City Council established regulations governing smoke and tobacco shops in the city of East Peoria set forth in Chapter 35 of Title III of the East Peoria City Code, smoke and tobacco shops. Whereas in addition to the regulations of smoke and tobacco shops set forth in Chapter 35 of Title III, a special use is also required to maintain a smoke and tobacco shop in B2 business district in the city pursuant to the applicable provisions in Title V of the City Code zoning regulations. And whereas pursuant to Resolution number 2425-062 adopted on October 1st, 2024, City Council implemented a 6-month moratorium on the issuance of any special uses or licenses for smoke and tobacco shops in the city. And whereas city officials need additional time to review and reevaluate the process for granting special uses and licenses for smoke and tobacco shops in the city, and to review related zoning regulations and planning efforts in order to address ongoing concerns related to smoke and tobacco shops in various commercials and redevelopment areas in the city. And whereas it is in the best interest of the city to place an additional 6-month moratorium on the issuance of any special uses or licenses for smoke and tobacco shops in the cities provided herein. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Tazewell County, Illinois, as follows. Section 1, a moratorium is hereby extended on the issuance of any zoning or special use permits or licenses for smoke and tobacco shops or any other permits of any nature whatsoever, which would allow the use of property in B2 or B3 business district within the city of East Peoria for a smoke and tobacco shop, as such smoke and tobacco shops are defined under Chapter 35 of Title III of the City Code. Section 2, the moratorium declared by this resolution shall be effective April 1, 2025 and shall expire October 1, 2025 unless earlier terminated or hereinafter extended by action of the City Council. Section 3, no person or entity shall operate a smoke or tobacco shop in B2 or B3 business district within the city of East Peoria during the moratorium established by this resolution unless the smoke and tobacco shops have been lawfully in operation in the city prior to the imposition of this moratorium.
Okay, and I know, Ty, you're here tonight, so if anybody has any questions to ask what this is about, I would appreciate Ty explaining it.
So did you formally put the motion on the floor?
Not yet, I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't mind.
No, let's do it right. Mr. Mayor, I move you that resolution number 2425-124 be adopted as presented.
May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus. Ty, is there anything else you wanted to add? I know kind of.
So this extends that moratorium for an additional 6 months, and we've looked at some specific language. So likely what we'll come back with is something for the general code, and then looking at some of our overlay districts, looking at the levy district in particular, and as well as the Four Corners district. But this provides us some additional time to get all that language together and bring it back in front of the council for review and approval.
Very good. Thank you, Ty and Morgan both. And any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Mingus.
Aye.
Sutherland.
Aye.
Mayor Call.
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you, motion carried.
That's all I've got tonight, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you, Commissioner Sutherland. Commissioner Mingus, back to you.
I have quite a few additional items
Yes,
tonight,
you
Your
do.
Honor. First two items Jeff talked about, so I'll go ahead and read those, and if anybody has any additional questions, I'm sure he would be willing to answer those. Mr. Mayor, I move you that ordinance number 4848, here to attach an annual appropriation ordinance for the city of East Peoria, Illinois for the fiscal year from the first day of May AD 2025 to the last day of April AD 2026, be accepted on its first reading as read by its title, and be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Yes.
Commissioner Sutherland, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland. As I said, that was part of our, first part of our meeting when we went to, that wasn't a working session.
It was a public
Public
hearing.
hearing, went to
Yes, sir.
public hearing. Jeff, do you have anything else you want to add regarding the appropriation?
No.
Does anybody have any questions for Jeff?
No.
He already went over it. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Any other discussion? Hearing none. Roll call?
Commissioner Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried.
Second item tonight, Your Honor, be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that resolution number 2425-123 here to attach, resolution approving the working cash budget for the fiscal year from the first day of May AD 2025 to the last day of April AD 2026 be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 2425-123 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland. As I said, this was also talked about at the first part of the meeting. And again, I'll ask if Jeff wants to add anything or if anybody has any questions for Jeff.
No, I don't have anything to add.
Very good.
I don't have any questions either.
All right. Any other discussion? Hearing none. Roll call?
Commissioner Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried.
My third item tonight, Morgan, correct me if I'm wrong, this is one that I need to read at length, is that correct? All right, so it's a resolution authorizing the selling process for city-owned surplus real estate located at 200 Park Avenue in East Peoria. Whereas the city has acquired title to a parcel of real estate located at 200 Park Avenue within the city of East Peoria through the demolition provisions of the Unsafe Property Division of Article 11 of the Illinois Municipal Code 65 ILCS 5/11-31-1, and this parcel is legally described in Exhibit A and depicted in Exhibit B attached hereto and incorporated by reference here and after the parcel. And whereas the city has determined that the parcel is surplus public real estate owned by the city, and the city considers the parcel to be excess property of the city and unnecessary for city use or city purposes. Whereas the city seeks to sell the parcel pursuant to the process set forth under Section 11-76-4.1 of Illinois Municipal Code 65 ILCS 5/11-76-4.1, which provides for the appraisal of the property by a certified or licensed appraiser, and then the sale of the property by city officials by a licensed real estate agency or by public auction for no less than 80% of the appraised value. And whereas the parcel is further described by the parcel zoning, classification, size, and respectfully in Exhibit A, and use respectfully in Exhibit A, and whereas the City Council hereby finds that it is in the best interest of the city to sell the parcel, such that the parcel can be redeveloped and put to use by an interested purchasing party. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Tazewell County, Illinois, that Section 1, the above recitals are found to be true and correct. Section 2, the parcel, after obtaining an appraisal by a certified or licensed appraiser, is hereby directed to be sold by any process set forth under Section 11-76-4.1 of the Illinois Municipal Code for no less than 80% of the appraised value. Section 3, city officials are hereby authorized to execute any documents necessary to initiate the sale or transfer of the parcel and to negotiate the terms of such sale or transfer of the parcel to an interested purchasing party. The terms of such sale or transfer of the parcel shall include payment by the purchasing party of the city's costs, including but not limited to the cost of the appraisal and title policy, if requested by the buyer, recording fees and the city's attorney's fees, in the amount of $1,000, together with the standard real estate agent commission rate if listed by a local real estate agency. Section 4, the city clerk is hereby authorized and directed to publish this resolution with Exhibit A immediately upon the passage of this resolution by the City Council in a daily or weekly newspaper circulated in the city of East Peoria. Section 5, city officials in their discretion are hereby authorized to withdraw the property from sale or transfer process for any reason that they deem necessary or appropriate. Mr. Mayor, I move you that resolution number 2425-128 be adopted as presented.
Very good. I have a second.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland. This is basically exactly what I read. The city has acquired property on Park Avenue. Looks like we demolished what was on the property, and we're looking to sell the property from this point on.
Very good. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call?
Commissioner Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried.
Next item tonight, Your Honor, Mr. Mayor, I move that ordinance number 4849 here to attach an ordinance providing the vacation of city easements on hotel development site in the Riverfront subdivision be read at length by the clerk, and the said ordinance number 4849 be accepted on its first reading and hereby adopted as presented.
May I have a second, please?
Yes.
Commissioner Sutherland, thank you. Madam Clerk?
And ordinance number 4849, an ordinance providing for the vacation of city easements on hotel development site in the Riverfront subdivision. Whereas the city of East Peoria, the city, has established, amended, and expanded the Riverfront Development Project area for the Camp Street TIF District, the TIF District, under authority of the TIF Act as provided in the Illinois Municipal Code 65 ILCS 11-74.4-1 at sec. And whereas the city currently owns undeveloped property within the TIF district consisting of Lot 2 and part of Lot 1 in the Riverfront subdivision that would serve as a suitable location for a new hotel development project, the property, as such property is described in Exhibit A attached hereto and incorporated herein by reference. And whereas the city has previously entered into a purchase-sale agreement with Frontier Hospitality Group, Inc. for the sale of the property and entered into a development agreement with the Illinois River Hospitality LLC to construct and operate a high-quality hotel under the flag of a national hotel chain, Illinois River Hospitality LLC and Frontier Hospitality Group, Inc. have associated principles in common and together are collectively referred to as the developer. Whereas the developer and the city now seek to close on the transfer of the property under the terms of both the purchase sale agreement and the development agreement, whereas the city holds 2 easements on the property, being a public easement for access recorded in the office of the Tazewell County Recorder of Deeds on December 22, 2008, as document number 2008-00026293, and an easement for construction and maintenance recorded in the office of the Tazewell County Recorder of Deeds on December 22, 2008, document number 2008-00026294, together the easements. And whereas the legal descriptions of the easement area for the easements is exactly the same as set forth in Exhibit B attached hereto and incorporated by reference the vacated easement area, and whereas upon the transfer of the property to the developer, city will be receiving a new access easement across the property to provide access to the Illinois Riverfront Promenade, thereby making the easements no longer necessary for city purposes, and whereas the city hereby finds that the public interest will be best served by vacating the easements as provided herein in conjunction with the transfer of the property to the developer and receipt of the new access easement, whereas the city further finds that it is in the best interest of the city to vacate the easements as provided herein in conjunction with the transfer of the property to the developer in accordance with the terms of the purchase agreement and the development agreement between the city and the developer. Now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Tazewell County, Illinois as follows. Section 1, the recitals set forth above are hereby found to be correct and accurate and are hereby incorporated herein. Section 2, the city hereby vacates the easements over and across the property as more particularly described in the vacated easement area in Exhibit B, and the same is hereby vacated as the property to the property as provided herein, with the property being identified as follows: PIN 01-01-29-300-015. Section 3, this ordinance shall become effective as to the vacation of the easements and as to the property upon the transfer of the title of the property from the city to the developer pursuant to the terms of both the purchase sale agreement, and development agreement between the city and the developer. Section 4, the mayor and city clerk are hereby authorized and instructed to execute all documents necessary to effectuate the provisions of this ordinance. Section 5, in accordance with the terms and provisions of each of the easement documents referenced herein, this ordinance shall be in full force and effect as to the vacation of the easements and as to the property as provided herein after its passage by proper vote by the City Council and recording in the office of the Tazewell County Recorder of Deeds.
Very good. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Ty, I'll let you, I know this is to do with the New Hampton Inn project, but I'll let you say anything that you want to about this.
Sure. So this is largely cleaning up some existing easements in preparation for the transfer of sale that would transfer the property to the hotel developers. We are going to get a new access easement to the trail that's going to come through with this development, but at this point it's just cleaning up the property so that we can transfer ownership over to them to get the project going.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
we should be bringing that before council next month.
Yes.
So, any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting, aye, Your Honor.
Thank you, motion carried.
Next two items, Your Honor, are annual things that we do each year, and I may reach out. I know Jeff may have a little bit to add on these, but they're both regarding our insurance. So first one's Resolution 2429-129. Be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that Resolution number 2425-129 here to attach the resolution regarding reinsurance carrier for the city's group health insurance plan for the 2025-2026 plan year, Reunion Health Services, Inc., be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move that this resolution, number 2425-129, be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland. Jeff, I know in talking that there was a little bit of a decrease in the rate, but I'll go ahead and let you elaborate on this one and the next one if you want to.
Yeah, so this is a renewal with our current reinsurance carrier, and our this year, what we saw in claims had went down a little bit, so then our renewal had come down as well. So we get a little bit of savings on this renewal versus last year.
Good.
And I'd just like to point out, thank the insurance committee for the hard work that they do. There's a lot that goes into that before it comes before council, so they always do their due diligence on this stuff and make sure we're getting the best bang for our buck and the right coverage. So appreciate all their efforts. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried.
Next item, Your Honor, Resolution 2425-130. Be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that Resolution number 2425-130 here to attach the resolution regarding employee contribution rates for the city's group health insurance plan be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move that this resolution number 2425-130 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title, be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland, and this goes with the one that we just read. Jeff, I'll let you again elaborate, but I believe rates went slightly down this year.
Correct. Rates are down just a little bit. City pays 80%, employee pays 20%, irregardless if it's employee, employee spouse, employee child, or family. But yes, there's a reduction from anywhere from about $7 to $10 this year per month.
Thank
Very
you.
good. Thanks, Jeff. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried.
Next item tonight, Your Honor, Resolution 2425-126. Be resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that Resolution number 2425-126 here to attach the resolution approving the purchase of 100 dome-top garbage toters from Waste Quip in the amount of $40,423.04 be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move that this resolution number 2425-126 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner
Thank
Sutherland.
you, Commissioner Sutherland. So this is exactly what it says, purchase 100 dome-top garbage toters. These are toters that are going to be used, 75 of them will be used at East Side, 25 of them are going to go down in Levy Park and Riverfront Park. The new toters will have our new logo on them from the branding that we did. And so we think we need them and we think they will look nice and serve a purpose.
Very good. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried.
Final item tonight, Your Honor, Resolution 2425-127. Whereas vacancies will exist on the East Peoria Board of Fire and Police Commissioners as a result of longtime members Charles Morgan and Dennis Tucker, resignations effective March 31st, 2025, after having honorably served our community for 23 years and 25 years respectively. And whereas the Honorable Mayor John P. Call has recommended the appointment of Ricky Hutchison, is that correct, Your Honor?
Yeah, Hutchinson.
Hutchinson, okay.
Yeah.
To fill the vacancy of the East Peoria Board of Fire and Police Commissioners created by Charles Morgan's resignation. And whereas the Honorable Mayor John P. Call has recommended the appointment of Rick Ward to fill the vacancy of the East Peoria Board of Fire and Police Commissioners created by Dennis Tucker's resignation. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that the appointments of Mayor John P. Call of Ricky Hutchinson to the East Peoria Board of Fire and Police Commissioners to fill the vacancy for a term beginning April 1, 2025 and ending April 30th, 2026, and Rick Ward to the East Peoria Board of Fire and Police Commissioners to fill the vacancy for a term beginning April 1, 2025, ending April 30th, 2027, and that this resolution number 2425-127 be adopted as presented.
May I have a second, please?
Yes.
Commissioner Sutherland, thank you, sir.
I think I was supposed to say, Mr. Mayor, I move you to this resolution number 24. There was a second page here.
Yeah.
2425-127 be adopted as presented. I
Very
guess that's
good.
read twice.
That's all right. Commissioner Sutherland seconded, so.
Thank you. Both Charlie and Denny have served on this board for as long as I can remember. So I was actually reading that, surprised that I know that they both enjoyed that. So they both did an excellent job. The city's indebted to their time and service on that commission. And I know that your two appointments will do a great job. But congratulations to them. It's not really a retirement, but I know that they were on that for a long time and served the city well.
Very good. Any other?
Yeah, I just got to say that Rick and Ricky have some large shoes to step into. They've done a very good job for the city and looked out for the city exclusively all this time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd just like to give them a nice send-off. They got a great send-off yesterday. Was their last official meeting as commissioners on that board, and they had a great turnout, well represented, police and fire, and I know it meant a lot to those guys. They wanted to make it clear to me they didn't want public recognition. That's not what they were about, but I'm going to give it to them anyway because they deserve it. The last few years have been pretty challenging in those professions, both police and fire, recruitment, retention, and these guys have gone above and beyond. And that board in itself, along with Mike Johnson, the third member of that board, these guys have jumped through hoops as we snap our fingers to make sure that both police and fire have been fully staffed. And there's a lot that goes into that. A lot more than showing up for a meeting once a month, and I can't say enough good things about them. 25 and 23 years, they just did an outstanding job for us, and great members of our community will continue to be great members, and now they have some free time, they can start attending city council meetings. So, no, we wish them well and can't thank them enough. Outstanding job.
Yeah, they'll be missed.
Okay. Roll call.
Commissioner Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting, aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried.
That's all I have tonight, Your Honor.
Very good. Public comments. Anyone in the audience wish to address the council on a non-agenda item? And I'm seeing no one. Comments from the council. Commissioner Sutherland. How dare you? I look over and see this novel.
Yeah, I'm
All
probably
right.
going to piss a couple people off tonight somewhere,
Oh,
I'm
that's all
sure.
right. The floor is yours.
First off, I want to kind of tell you what little I know about poisons and stuff and keep it out of the Illinois River and bugs and animals. No weed killer until you see active weeds in your lawns. So in other words, if it says 70 degrees, wait for the weeds to start being active before you use it. Same thing with insecticide. If you have a problem with insects in your yard and you need to use insecticide, please put it on at dusk or just before dusk. It helps save the honeybees. Okay. I firmly believe that our job lettings should be in December and January of each year. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going to try to talk the city into having the lettings way before the spring where we can get the best bang for our buck. Our engineering should be done the previous summer. And we need to know a job that requires EPA work because they're 6 to 9 months out. So just a simple road fix could be 2.5 to 3 years before I put a bucket in the ground for the water department or the sewer department. Guys, that's a lot of time that's necessary, and most of it has to do with engineering time, which is, I understand that. I don't understand the time it takes the EPA to approve something that we're going to do right the first time. And they don't even come out and check it, just to let you guys know. The EPA gives us permission to dig, but they don't even send anybody out there to see if it's done right. It's amazing. The earlier change order stuff is because of many reasons. Mostly, it's the city's own fault. We had a manager that managed the street and water and sewer department back in the 80s. And they decided to clean the attic out at the waterworks building. And when they did that, they threw away thousands and thousands of papers of information of where our pipes were, when inspections were done for households and stuff, and they were gone. They were lost. By the time we figured out that they were gone, I had nothing to do with the city. I had to work side by side with the city sometimes because that was my occupation. I did small sewer lines and water lines throughout my life, and mostly here in East Peoria. Which brings me to my next and last thing. I've heard about this over the past few months, and it's making my stomach sick. And that is that we have companies in central Illinois that are coming over into East Peoria and giving our residents extraordinarily high bids to put a sewer line in or a water line in. And they're good at what they do. They pressure sells you, and they have these people sign a loan paper to start immediately because they don't have any sewer going out or they don't have any water and they're in distress. I'm going to say this is what's going to get me in trouble. My advice is don't sign anything without getting more than one bid. The average replacement for sewer lines in East Peoria is $6,500 to $7,500. Don't pay any more than that if you can help it. The average water line is $2,000 to $3,500. Don't pay anything more than that. Okay? And I'm telling you this because I'm right. Thank you.
Very good. Is that it? It's a wrap?
That's a wrap for me.
All right, Commissioner Mingus.
I have nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Wow, and I have nothing either, so I would seek a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we adjourn until Tuesday evening, April 1st, 2025 at 6 p.m.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. We are adjourned until we meet again.